Dr. Marcia here with another in my video series on coping with COVID. And today I wanted to talk about some simple things that you can do when you're starting to feel stressed out. Now, one of the things everyone needs to do these days is wash their hands. If you go out anywhere, if you touch any surfaces that someone else has touched, it's really important that you wash your hands for at least 20 seconds to make sure that you've killed all the germs. But sometimes it can be boring to just count to 20. Sometimes you get tired of singing happy birthday for 2 rounds. So here's a really simple mindfulness exercise you can do while you wash your hands. So make sure you get enough soap and lather up your hands and keep them under the running water, and then you can just do a simple breathing. So as you wash your hands, you can inhale and count 1, and then exhale and you count 2. For example, 1, 2, and then you can do that all the way up to 20. So inhaling 1, exhaling 2, inhaling 3, exhaling 4, all the way up to 20, and do it slowly. So a nice slow inhale and a nice slow exhale. And that's a nice little 20-second mindfulness exercise you can do while you're washing your hands several times a day. So it's kind of like a mini mindfulness meditation that you get to do many times a day, just to help you ground and come back to your center and remember to breathe and not get too freaked out by this whole pandemic, which is obviously pretty scary and upsetting. And while we're at mindfulness, there are lots of other ways that we can bring a little bit more mindfulness into the day. For example, when you're eating, as you're chewing your food, you can just slow down and be a little bit more mindful about what you're eating. Instead of just, gobbling up your food, chew slower, taste your food, notice the textures of your food and the sensation of chewing and swallowing. Notice the flavors and the aromas of your food, and just, even the visual presentation of your food, and really spend some time appreciating and enjoying your food and being grateful for your food. And you can slow down the whole process of eating, since you're not going anywhere anyway, and you can take a moment to just be a little bit mindful when you're eating. Another way you can incorporate a little bit more mindfulness into your life is, doing a little bit of stretching in the morning or before bed. And again, you can breathe as you stretch. So inhaling and exhaling slowly as you stretch. And again, as you do these kinds of exercises, it's not just the stretching you're doing, but you're also taking a moment to just tune in and really focus on your breath. And another time you can do some mindfulness is just before bed. Sometimes when we go to bed these days, we're so full of information and fear-mongering even, that we can have a very hard time falling asleep or staying asleep. So if you do a little bit of mindfulness relaxation before bed, you might have a better sleep. You might get to sleep more easily, and you might stay asleep through the night. So you can do a very simple counting breath, which I really enjoy doing and I enjoy teaching. It's really easy. It's a little similar to the washing hands one, but this one is you're counting 1 for every inhale and exhale. So you count to 10, and it's very easy. So you inhale 1, exhale, and then inhale 2, and that's 2, and then 3, and you just count to 10. You keep your eyes closed. Seated in a nice straight back chair is better. If you do it lying down, that's okay, but you're probably going to fall asleep. And if you're having a lot of difficulty falling asleep and you want to use this exercise as a sleep exercise, you can do that too. But if you want to use it as a mindfulness exercise, then do it seated and then go to bed. So you can do as many rounds of 10 as you want. You can do 10 rounds of 10 or 100 rounds of 10, as long as you are counting slowly, inhaling, exhaling, and inhaling and exhaling. And if you lose track, don't freak out, don't get upset, don't judge yourself, just start back at 1. So if you get to 3 and you start daydreaming, start again at 1. If you get to 5 and you start daydreaming, go back to 1. Every time you catch yourself daydreaming, instead of criticizing yourself for having been daydreaming, praise yourself for having caught the fact that you were daydreaming and come back to 1. One more thing, which I think would be very helpful, is a mindful walking exercise. If you are going out for some fresh air and exercise, and hopefully, just with yourself or with the person that you live with, you can do a simple mindfulness exercise in which every time you take a step, you take a breath. So step, inhale, step exhale. Step inhale, step exhale. And so you're going to walk slowly. And as you walk, keep your eyes open, obviously, look around, but try to empty your mind and just focus on your breathing and what you're seeing. So instead of analyzing what you're seeing or judging what you're seeing or daydreaming about what you have done or what you need to do, try to just be very present in the moment. If you see a tree, inhaling, exhaling as you walk, see the tree. If you see the sky, inhaling, exhaling as you walk, just notice the sky. Observing with neutrality, no judgment, no analysis, no trying to change anything, just being with as opposed to thinking about. That's another way you can incorporate a little bit of mindfulness into your life to help you get through this very stressful situation. And please stay tuned for more updates from me about coping with COVID.